hailing from Atlanta, Georgia, who's left an incredible mark on the music industry. And hotpink is with us here. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm excellent, thank you. So, how would you describe the style of your music overall?
Overall, my music has really evolved over time, I would say. I started off with more hardcore rap music, but as time progressed, I moved into like more dance and other genres, other moods.
Yeah, yeah. Um, and the world of rap and hip hop, in that world, authenticity is kind of highly valued. So, how do you sort of maintain your individuality in that industry, which can sort of be filled with sort of trends and copycats, can't it?
Right. So there are a lot of trends and copycats out there. I just stay true to myself, and even with doing that, it's people still copy you in the industry when you're lesser known artist. So it's a little tricky. But I stay um, to my true self, to things that actually pertains to me in my life. So I just stay authentic with myself, regardless of what is going on out there. I just make sure that I'm authentic.
Yeah, because you mentioned that people have kind of copied you. People have borrowed from your style, your name, and logo and lyrics.
Yeah.
So, are there any particular instances where you felt particularly flattered, or maybe surprised by the impact, or is it actually not flattering? It's maybe quite a serious copying case.
Right. That's a really good question. Um, I feel both actually. With some artists, it can be a little flattering. Like I've had artists like Rihanna, Beyonce, Young Thug. Several artists have copied a few lines from my songs, but there's other artists that do a little bit more than just copying a little bit of lines. They may copy my entire logo. Like we have Doja Cat, who just took the hot pink. That was actually my personal signature that I turned into a logo, and she just pretty much took that and made an album with it. Her and it's a couple more out there, but particularly probably Megan Thee Stallion. She stole a couple of my ad lib or borrowed a couple of my ad libs and lines from my songs, and it's like, all right, when is enough enough? But yeah, some artists, yeah, I do feel a little flattered, like, oh wow, they noticed me, and others, I'm like, okay, you've done too much. That's me. That's who I am. Why are you using it and portraying it as yourself?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Now, what have you been working on lately? Do you have any kind of releases that have just came out?
Well, I just re-released my latest song called Boss Bitch and also Gingerbread Man. So I originally released it maybe last year or the year before, but I never really published it mainstream. So now it should be released today to all platforms.
Exciting. Um, and I suppose speaking of trends and things, there's a drip trend, which you're the creator of. So for those who might not be familiar with it, what is the drip trend and how does it kind of influence the music and fashion scene?
The drip trend started from my clothing brand, Her Juice, that I created back in 2012. So I started out a while ago with the brand itself, um, and I had a couple of, I don't know if they're famous, but models that were published models as my brand ambassador. Um, so it was kind of a big deal. But like I said, since I'm not a real big major artist, maybe fans didn't know who created it at the time. But I'm known by a lot of industry individuals, so it kind of blew up that way through
Yeah.
yeah, the celebrities promoting it that way. But
Yeah.
yeah,
And you wear many hats in addition to your music career,
yes.
including being an author, an app developer, and running a clothing brand. So, can you tell us a bit about these other ventures and how they kind of connect with your identity as an artist?
Yeah, so I'm pretty much an artist in everything that I do. I'm also a self-proclaimed chef. I would say I'm a chef. I've been doing it a long time. Everything that I do, I've been doing it over 10 years, so I'm pretty professional at everything. But I'm all over the board as an artist, as a designer, clothing designer, even with the culinary, also interior design. Um, and with my books, I have a children's book collection, Wiser Kids books. I illustrated that myself, wrote it, published it, and even developed the app myself. So I'm pretty good at art, so I incorporate that into everything that I do. It's no different with the music. I'm an artist. I try to bring that art into my music too.
Yeah. And what advice would you have for aspiring musicians who want to break into the industry and leave their own unique mark, or maybe they're struggling to find the time because they're, also doing many things like you do?
Right. So it's, for me right now, music is uh, I would say sort of a hobby. I write when it's from my heart, when it's something that's, because that's the best time, when it just flows and it's not something that's pressured. So I write whenever I feel it. With having other things to prioritize as far as art, I would just say do stick to your natural abilities. Things that don't just do things just for the money. Do something that is that you feel like you were born to do because it's effortless. And if you're a new artist coming out there, I would just say be careful. Make sure you copyright and trademark everything, every little thing you do, because with TikTok and all the social media sites, people will steal your ideas, especially if you're good or if you're, if it's hot and trending. Yeah, people will definitely steal your ideas. So make sure that you're doing something from your heart and make sure that you're copyrighting and trademarking everything out there, everything that you do and put out there.
Well, what are your sort of plans for the future? Do you have any sort of goals of things you want to achieve?
My plans for the future, I'm just going to keep doing what I do. I've been pretty successful at following my path and my journey. So I just want to make sure that I'm getting better and better every year, stand on the journey that I'm on, and whether it's music or whatever, I'm just going to make sure I'm following my heart so that it's less pressure on me. So I just want to make sure I'm consistent with my journey.
Yeah. And are there any upcoming releases in the short-term future?
Yes, there is. I'm actually done with my other projects outside of music that I've been working on for the past year. So now I'm getting back into the music, which is why I wanted to do more interviews and stuff to let everybody know that I'm coming back to the public light. So I will be working on new music and releasing new music and music videos this year before the year is over.
Excellent. Well, where are we able to find all the music that you've done so far and find all your other business ventures as well?
My music page is therealhotpink.com. I will be putting updated releases there and music videos. You can find some on YouTube as well, Hot Pink, or hashtag therealhotpink. So you can find some on YouTube and also my website, my personal website.
Excellent. Well, many thanks for talking to us today. It's been great to have you here.